So you want me to record?
Petronella was already recording, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, he takes over?
Yeah, I was already recording.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, he should take over here, please. Because my phone.
Okay, I'm doing the recording as well, just in case it does stop on your side. But it's not going to stop anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Please, can you now tell us your ideas, the ideas you have in mind that we can implement to improve the living conditions of these orphans, please? Moncam broadcast, please. The floor is yours.
Any idea? I don't know. I mean, in the concept of Cameroon, I don't know. I've been Cameroon for so long. I don't know how you can actually. I think the in education side, like Mary says, is looking at what kind of institution kid can go there and get educated for free. You know, it's about be able to look at where and how close is it to the orphanage. You know, whatever orphanage is dealing with. It's about looking in terms. So you need to go through education, probably get the kid close and everything. Identify, register organization and place. You can go for that, and then you can, you can then contact them people. That's I don't know. That's what I think in a way. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I'm so sorry, my network was disturbing, so I couldn't continue with my talk.
Okay.
Okay, what I have
We
to say
understand. Give us your solutions, the ideas you have in mind. Yeah, talk.
Okay, thank you so much. Like Madam Kimbi was saying, we have to like empower these kids. They cannot depend on us forever, and they are actually growing up too. So I think farm work is one of the ways we could empower them, like teach them how to farm, how to crop, and how to grow their own crops by themselves. And also we could also teach them we could also empower them in other ways, like we could teach them how to braid, how to open restaurants, because some they may not want to continue with school. They'll want to do something on their own. They could open a restaurant. They could learn how to do these soaps and start selling. They could learn how to get into pastries. So I think we could organize some training sections where we could go there. We teach some of them how to, we know what they want to, what they would like to focus on. Maybe some of them would like to engage into plating. We could go with those who are good in plating. We try to empower them in that way. I think we could help them that way. My own little suggestion.
Okay, so it all boils down to the idea that I said in the beginning about resource center, because when I mentioned resource center, all these things comes under this. All these things all of us have said comes under the resource center, because resource center is some sort of the big umbrella here to help these kids get what they want.
Exactly.
School, education, farming, whatever, all the things we've mentioned, say it comes under resource center. So in other words, all of us are coming to the same point that they need more than just food stuff. So the resource center is going to be the best idea for us. Now, in our minds, how do we think we're going to get funding, or we're going to get this training? Because all of us were talking now based on the ideas we have. We should talk beyond the ideas. Like, we need to implement these ideas. So in our minds, how do we think we're going to get these things?
I think I think again, I mean, it's right to give them a skill, because that's quite important. It's like having a career, there's a difference between having a career and having a job. So it's better to give them a skill so they can learn something. So when they came out of that center, they can go out there and then they can use that. So the way of doing it, okay, if you see that there's probably some of them who like building, who like doing things, you can get a contact with a company who build houses and anything like that. They can go there maybe one time a week or anything like that. They can learn. They can end up having a job with that company after they finish it.
Yes.
You know, so
Yes.
if it's a girl who like doing clothes into fashion, you can speak to somebody who got like a place where they sew clothes and everything. They can go there maybe one time. If it's somebody who like trading, they can go in the shop. You know, they don't get paid. It's like a work experience. They can learn from there. You know, and then they can apply from there, depending on how the character they behave. They can get a job from there as well. So that's the only way you can learn. And today, it's not only be on the high education, be a professor or anything. In Europe, people learn from the job and then they became someone, you know, so they can use that skill as well to actually be better than life. And then that will be more easy for whoever was running the foundation, you know, you giving them a skill. That's the way I think anyway.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Mokam Bota. Thank you very much. Marie, you wanted to say something, please share with us.
Yeah, like those children, that I know, right, that are in this local area. If you ask, like I ask them, what do you want to be in future? They're only calling baby big names. Then I said in my mind that these kids, you are so funny. You don't. They were calling baby big. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a doctor. I want to be. And I'm like, seriously, you see. So they need to be educated. And look, there are people who, you know, us. We have all the certificate, and look at us. So you need to be creative. You need to do something, you know, and we need to start with the founders. Like sometimes I feel like the founders are just relaxing and waiting for people to bring things to them. Like they are relaxing and allowing us to do the work. You see, foundations are doing the work and then they are just relaxing. Then at the end of the day, you see that they are not even taking care of the children very well. You bring things, you bring food, you bring this one, but the children are still the same. They are looking somehow, you know, they are not well fed, they are not well taken care of. You look at their physical look, it's not nice. You see, so I feel like, you know, we need to start with these founders. We need to talk to them.
Well, if I could add something to what you just said, Mary, you know, when the kids tell you that they want to be this, they want to be that, don't tell them that you cannot be that, because they can be anything they want to be. They just have to work through that to be what they want to be.
True.
Because as a grown-up person, he said, "Oh no, are you serious about what you want to be?" So he doesn't already. He's feeling down. So it doesn't matter how old they're gonna be. They can be what they want to be. They can go through a lot of things when they're younger, and then they work their way through that, and then they can use any trade. Like if they use, maybe they start building houses, and then they get something. They can use that money to get into education they want to be, and then
yeah, that's exactly my point. Like to teach them to be productive and creative now, because they will not, if is that they are saying that, okay, if a child is saying I want to be a doctor in future, and the founders are not putting in any effort, they are easily waiting for foundations to come and support. You see, so the founders need to put in effort to make sure that these kids are creative, you know, they can, because like I hope you understand what I mean.
Yeah,
like that child is already having a dream.
I'm trying to understand what Marie is saying. Like the founders here, like Chief also mentioned before, the founders here have a role to play because they themselves, they are very ignorant about the type of vision they have. That means they just have the vision, but they don't know how to implement the vision.
Let me come in.
Okay, I get it.
Okay, can I come in?
Yeah.
So I was trying to split the problems and how to tackle it. So I have a first point here. As I earlier mentioned, there is the problem of mindset. So we have the founders, the patrons, the matrons, the vision they have needs to be taken into consideration. We have the organizations too. We have the government, we have the public. So beginning with the patrons, the first thing they have to understand is their vision. And now that we are enlightened, we have to make them understand. Like the Bible says, ask and you shall receive. So when you see what they ask, is disturbing, because this topic is coming about because sometimes you feel inadequate with the help you rendered. Imagine an orphanage asks for food, you get there with what you can afford, and in less than a month, they have a cry for help. it will make you think that what you gave was insufficient. You understand? It makes you think that, oh, it means what I gave wasn't enough. And at that point, when you can't give more, what will you do? That is because they limited their demands to food. But if they have to expand the scope of their demand, all right, for example, this is what I need. They pick out a need in a child. This child wants to sing, but doesn't have the platform. If I see an occasion around that I know that I can showcase that talent, of course, we'll go there, bring the child to a concert, and the child will sing. Who knows what will happen from there? So I think that there is the sensitization needs to be done. It needs to start with these people. If someday we can have a conference and invite all of them to tell them that, okay, now you have orphanages, what are your visions, and so on. Like, make them to see beyond the orphanage. Secondly, with organizations to the need sensitization. Like Pet said, if you can bring them together and tell them that what we're doing is really limiting these children, then imagine the lack in the children. The children know that they are at the mercy of the public. But when you empower them to believe in themselves and do something for themselves, they see the orphanage as a safe haven for them. But they've made them to look so vulnerable that each time they receive a knock on their door, they are happy. Hey, help is coming, help is coming. I think it makes them, that self-belief, that self-confidence, it makes them to know that something is lacking in them. So if organizations can come together and we re-strategize that what we are giving these children is not enough, I think that's also a way of handling it. Then the public, I think what we are doing is very important because the public too is ignorant. So if they can be sensitized, it will be good. But we should not forget that giving them biscuits and rice, we will not totally rule it out. We are trying to strike a balance. We are trying to strike a balance here. So those who are able to afford it can go there. It colors their lives, receiving visitors in and out, it colors their lives. But we should go beyond. So sensitization is the first part. Because creating a resource center with what we know in Cameroon, if that resource center is not equipped, it's a problem. If the children don't know the value, if somebody who has an orphanage doesn't know the value, I bet you the resource center will be looking at them and other people in the public. And it's not his kids in the orphanage. That computer center will serve other people in the public and not the orphans themselves. So we have to trace this problem to the root cause, mindset, tackle it from there. If you empower even 2 persons who have orphanages, 3, 4, 5, their vision changes completely. Their demands start changing, and I think we are going to see the change.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tiki. You've given a very great point. And when it comes back to mindset, I think that's why we came up with this idea, because the idea is not just going to end like this. We need to make the public know what we are out for. This is something, it's something for a long run. It's not like we're just going to start today and stop. Of people, we need to dig deep right into those people's minds. So it's not something we're just going to let go like that.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, Malis, do you have something to add, please?
Sorry, I don't have anything to add to what she's just said.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to deliberate on the solutions we just mentioned here. So, because we want to make a platform where at the end of each meeting, we are able to come up with 1 or 2 possible solutions to implement. At the end of each meeting, we'll make sure we end up with 1 or 2 solutions. We shouldn't just come and talk and leave. So we're deliberating on the points now. What do we think is the best solution for today's meeting? We've listened to each other, we've gotten all the ideas intact. So what do we think as adults and as impact entrepreneurs is the best solution for us?
I think we need to start by talking to these founders. I don't know how we are going to do it. We are going to keep doing our own best with the kids. Yeah, we are, like I said, I
Yeah.
already got some things I'm going to, yeah, to train the kids somehow. Yeah, we are going
Okay.
to do our own best with the kid, but I think we need to start with these founders.
Okay.
Because I'm saying this because why? I went to this orphanage and I spent a lot. Then just within a week, they were calling me that the kids were sick. I sent money for hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Then after again, the kids again were sick. And then I'm like, I still gave money. And I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Why do I keep giving money, but the kids are still sick? So at the end of it, what are they doing with the money? And then they did not take them to the hospital. You see, so that's what I'm saying. That we'll keep doing our best for the kids. We'll need to talk to these founders.
Okay. So
Yes.
so in that sense, we're gonna create more sensitization to the orphanage founders. Like we could organize a day for a conference with owners of orphanages. What do you think?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
I think it's good
Okay.
so that they can also share some of the challenges that we might not know. So when
Okay.
they do that, we
Mhm.
get a deeper insight. So you see, she talked of healthcare. I think in our next meeting, we should discuss something like insurance. A big company can cover their health insurance
Okay.
such that when they are sick, these children take their insurance cards to hospitals and they are covered. So you see, that's a great way of helping them. Yes, I think we can discuss something like insurance. So I think that a proposed solution for
Okay.
today is try to get to some founders, hear from them, talk to them, and get feedback from them so that at the end of the day, even when writing our projects, we have testimonies, whether written, whether spoken, from them to see that, maybe to see a way forward,
Okay. So
a
in that
lasting
sense,
solution.
in
Let me
that
say
sense,
so.
we are concluding today with the issue of talking to founders through
Yeah.
conferences or one-on-one talk, dialogue, one-on-one with them. So that's what we are concluding today.
And
So on our
interviews,
next
yeah.
topic, our next meeting, maybe our next meeting, we're going to address the issue of insurance, healthcare in orphanages, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the next meeting should be
Okay, so
also on the feedback from the founders. So between now and the next meeting, so you guys just speak to them and then see. Because what you need to find out as well is
Okay.
what kind of help can they get, because the founder may be able
okay,
to maybe
Yes.
entitled to certain help you don't know, and then you already giving money for that.
That's true.
You know, they may
okay,
not even know themselves, because I guess in the country
Yes.
there's children who are on need. There may be a structure where the kid can benefit for certain things as well.
Yes.
The founder
Okay.
need to tell you, maybe they don't know how to push it, and then you can now go
Yes.
and get that sorted for them. So it's
Okay.
about speaking to them and then be open with them, get the feedback, and then you can bring back to the
That's true. That's true.
Okay, that's true. That's some way of follow up what we've just discussed. Very important.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So, okay, one thing I want to say is, please, this forum we're creating is not something that we're just gonna end like this. We really need to help people get knowledge that we have. So please, as you attend today, let's share the link, because we're gonna be having this week after week, because we really need the population to know. This is not a
Yes.
project for us to just take and lying down, please. So we share, we invite more people, we get other people's point of view. It shouldn't be just us talking and talking. No, we need more people.
Yes, it's about
And
gathering the
we
ideas.
should target those
Yes.
people. People have the money to help, but they don't know the means of help and they don't know where to pass through. So let's bring them. Yeah, the more we share, the more we get
Let's
the
not forget that
stakeholders.
school.
Yeah. So let's bring them. Let's bring them, tell them the purpose of the meeting, why we are holding the meeting, and the benefits of what we're gonna do. So please, let's keep sharing, and we leave our hopes high, because we cross our
Yes.
fingers and we pray for the best to happen. Okay, so
All right.
with that being
Thank
said, I think
everybody
we've
for
done.
coming.
We are done for today, and I want to, on behalf of Global Multi Action Foundation, GMAP, I want to use this advantage to thank all of us who participated today, and may the good Lord who brought us here take us to our homes, even though we're in our homes safely, and grant us more inspiration to carry out more projects and think like impact entrepreneurs. So thank you all for your time, the effort we put in, the ideas. I want to say big thank you on behalf of the map, and God bless us all, and we'll see us next week Saturday. Please. Next week Saturday we have a rendezvous, same time. Please, if you can't make it, inform us before time. We could reschedule the time, maybe in the evening or or Sunday in the evening. It depends, please. Let's keep the fire burning.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for coordinating, Pet.
Thank you.
It was an awesome
Thank
time.
you. Okay,
And
so
thank
see
you
you
for your
all. Much
ideas.
love.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.